scene is set for Tar Heel by night at Woodrow Dannington's shitty shanty shack that he lives at. There's nowhere near as good as Enzo's Italian-style villa, tastefully decorated and ornately adorned with only the finest marble and gilded inlays on the baseboards. Enzo, having received a phone call from the good Reverend Jimmy J. Johnson, not to be confused with the newspaper tycoon J. Jonah Jameson, who is currently back in New York, to meet him and Woodrow at Woodrow's piece of shit house to discuss some findings of his. And that's where the scene will start as Enzo knocks on the door, where the car of the Reverend and Woodrow's cars are already pulled up.
When Enzo comes up and knocks on the very lavish door of Woodrow's extravagant mansion, and the door is opened by the butler who, expecting Enzo as the last individual, greets him at the door with a wine flute filled with Pepsi, and please, sir, enter.
Thank you, Bernard. He takes the wine flute and leaves a $100 bill in its place.
The man will swiftly take the money and tuck it into his coat and bow and allow Enzo in. Enzo is stunned by the grandeur of the entrance hall with the two grand staircases, with Woodrow at the top, trailing his hand down the gold and silver inlay on his staircase. Welcome, friend. It's great to have you here again.
Fuck you, the great blacksmith.
And we're just going to discuss. I actually have a private room if you'd like to go there.
Oh yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, I see you.
I'm sorry, you cut out after I see you.
Oh yeah, sorry. I see you've been standing here admiring your own two staircases. I've just been wondering, what the fuck you need two for? Because you can't walk up both at the same time.
No. This is just in case I wanted to entertain, and also my man told me that there was another car approaching through my long, extravagant, well-groomed driveway. So it had taken me so long to get here. I was just taking a rest at my banister.
Oh yeah, but you always were, a fat ass.
Yeah, well, your mom makes great food, so I eat a lot when I fuck her. Anyway, let's
My mother died giving birth to me. I'm the last thing that wrecked that bitch. You understand
me? Woodrow will show you to a part of the wall that seems really normal, but he presses a button on a thing and then the door clicks open or whatever. And you go inside and there's a small library room in there. He's like, this is where I keep all my weird books. And you see the shelves don't have there's only one shelf full, but
Enzo will walk up and pick up a leather-bound, dusty-looking book and blow it off and start leafing through it, and then beginning and start squinting while he sips his Pepsi flute at the pages.
Okay. Why don't you make a D10 roll?
Okay. Didn't pass it.
Okay. So we'll just say this is a general occult book that mostly has thaumaturgy rituals in it. That one probably won't be very interesting. It's all about thaumaturgy, but he takes out a book and he tosses it at the Reverend.
who will attempt to catch it.
That book, good Reverend, is a show of trust between me and you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. He'll open it up and start to leaf through it.
Once you finish that book, the inherent intricacies of the discipline of Auspex will become inherent to your blood.
That is very powerful.
Yes. You can stay here and read it and come back and read it as much as you need, but the book does not leave the house for obvious reasons.
It shouldn't leave the room. I do appreciate that. And he'll read on that while we're discussing. You may be wondering why I've asked you here, and I'm going to talk rather plainly if you don't mind. We'll drop this facade of eloquence.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, gentlemen, Ashford believes that, not to put too fine a point on it, that you two are unpredictable and it bothers him greatly. He has proposed to me that I take over Mr. Putanesca's position as speaker for the independent clans, which I told him was foolish notion. However, the reason that he believes this is because I, to put it bluntly, speak prettier than Mr. Putanesca, and am more accustomed to lying to people to their faces in such a manner that they enjoy the lies rather than feel threatened by them. Not a slight against you, Mr. Putanesca, at all.
Oh, no, of course, I'm no liar.
He proposes that this should happen not by any kind of vote or any kind of force of that nature. He just kind of wants to let Enzo make an idiot of himself in public enough that people will ask for someone different to speak with. And I think that is shameful. I don't want that to happen. I don't want you to look like an idiot, Enzo, in front of other people. You can look like an idiot in front of us all you want to, but
hey, that's one of the things that I was taught, growing up, is just not to look like an idiot.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I thought I would bring this to you. He has made a pretty sizable donation to my personal funds and has offered to help me purchase the house we cleaned out the other day.
Oh yeah, how much did he give you?
20 favors. Not a lot.
All right. Right on. 20 favors, huh? Well, for bringing this to my attention, he'll take out a checkbook and write out a check for 21 favors. Hand it to you. There you go for the church. I'll write it off on my taxes.
I appreciate that.
Oh, anytime. And don't even worry about me being insulted or anything. Not at all. I'll just I'll call in my favor with Ashford, and we'll see who looks like an idiot then.
In the meantime, Mr. Putanesca, if you would like to prevent anyone from having the assumption that you are an idiot, whether or not you appear to be one, I'm more than willing to help you in any way that I can.
Oh, sure. Right on. That sounds great. I'll deputize you next time I see one of the suits.
Appreciate that.
I feel as though I'm not very unpredictable. I feel as though I'm extremely predictable. If you cross me, I destroy you. I thought that was what everyone...
That is really predictable. To be fair, though, I think that was part of Mr. Ashford's concern, was that you were... and these are my words here. I'm just going to condense the very long and eloquent nonsense that flowed out of his mouth. You're pretty much a rampaging death machine, and he feels that it's very difficult to reason with either of you because of the nature of you both being rampaging death machines. I see no problem with it because it saved my life on numerous occasions.
Well, thankfully, Mr. Ashford is a venture and a staunch supporter of Caparilla, third favorite organization, and he has no reason to deal with the independents if he finds them so, murderous and death machining.
I would tend to agree.
Yeah, well, I don't know that my killing has ever destroyed a member of the Camry in good standing, so I don't know why it would be so unpredictable. But maybe I should.
I believe that Mr. Ashford wanted some kind of ability to negotiate. And I believe he underestimates the intelligence of both of you gentlemen, which is something that can be used to your advantage, I'm sure.
I find it hard to believe that anyone can underestimate my intelligence.
It is very hard to believe, in fact, Mr. Putanesca.
I guess I'll just have to have him ousted as Harpy. It's a shame.
If you wouldn't mind, could that wait until he's finished teaching me the abilities of his clan's blood? I don't like being hit, and I would like to prevent as much of that pain as possible.
Woodrow shrugs. That's fine, unless he becomes a thorn.
Oh, in that case, please do as you see fit.
Yeah.
You both have high positions. I'm just the new snake in town.
Woodrow like kind of waves it off. He's like, "Don't be ridiculous. You are a compatriot of mine and Enzo's, and so we take your success into account when dealing with things."
I do appreciate that.
We value our friends, in my opinion.
Yeah. Woodrow will sit down in one of the armchairs. We have so many things trying to fuck with us. Werewolves, fucking infernalists, multiple of those, bloodthirsty Assamites, weird abominations, and all Ashford has time for is to go talk to people about how I'm a loose fucking cannon. Kind of agitates me, and it makes me think that I should just drag him on one of my adventures to go destroy things and let him fucking deal with it.
That might not actually be a bad plan. He seemed to think very highly of his abilities. Something about being a master spy, some horse manure like that.
Why have you, since he can't ride in the car, right? You just, hook one of those tow truck hooks on his shoe and drag him behind you to wherever the infernalists are, and then he can deal with them after he shows us how strong and fortuitous the venture are.
It could be entertaining if I took him on a little infernalist hunt. I've offered to trade him the ability to hide, not nearly as much as he would like, for his fortitude. The problem with this is that it's going to be very painful for him, and he won't learn it nearly to the degree that I have acquired, which, by the way, is an offer open to either of you gentlemen as well, if at any point in time you see fit. But if we took him on a training mission for this power of the blood, and something were to, I don't know, harm him repeatedly until he learned his lesson.
Like a piece of rebar.
Yeah. Or a lead pipe.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure I could arrange for a couple of infernalists to be, at the college.
Well, why don't you just not bring infernalists to the college? I just have some of my boys hit them with lead pipes.
Stop being fucking... It's Enzo, I mean us. I mean, we can dress up and pretend to be other people and beat the dog shit out of them.
But I don't want to pretend to be an infernalist.
I mean, you're not actually going to be infernal.
I know, but I don't even want to pretend because that's blasphemous.
I mean, you're not actually pretending to be infernalist. You're just waiting there for a guy to show up, and he thinks that he's going after infernalist. You are just going to be a guy and then beat the shit out of him. I'm going to shoot him with a gun, and you're going to hit him with a pipe, and then we're going to leave.
And perhaps his obfuscate worked so well, maybe you could just go as yourselves and not recognize him.
Oh, yeah. Someone's just showing up at my place, and I don't know who it is, and so I, out of instinct, attack them very viciously.
Yeah.
Mark it escalate on him.
Yeah, maybe you just hit him with a car.
You know he's not supposed to deal with cars. That might be very effective.
Yeah, but why don't I just throw him in a trunk and drive him out to Appalachia?
I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. If I wasn't too scared to do it, I would be doing that.
If we had expendable helicopters and could just drop them out of it.
I could get one of the boys to get a friend who's looking to become a made man, and he winks at the other two. I'll get him to drive him out there.
Yeah, I don't want to actually kill Ashford, though. I just want him to shut the fuck up.
If you kill them, they don't learn nothing, Enzo. I take that back. I'm sorry. Your family may have knowledge about that I do not.
I've taught ghosts a lesson time or two.
But generally speaking, for the rest of us, if you kill them, they don't learn nothing.
Oh, Enzo, that could be just as fun. Can you get a ghost just to harass the shit out of him?
I don't see why not.
Oh, yeah. I think next time I see him, I'll just make his little laptop go shorted out and not work anymore.
You know what I think is really fun is that after all of this, he may come to me for some spiritual advice. He was curious about my family's particular brand of the good old-time religion, and nobody really knows what that looks like till they get their hands on it.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Enzo, do you want to have your dude read you this book, and I'll, toss Enzo a book?
I will read it myself, for I am a classy and educated gentleman.
I mean, you are a classy and educated gentleman, but I know that generally you like your guy to read it to you just because you don't want to spend all the time looking at the stupid squiggly words.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't just, write them like they sound.
Yeah, I don't know. But that will give you some insight onto how the wolves work. So at least if they try to do some shit to you, you already know some shit about them. Reverend, I have a whole series of books that I've written myself about their werewolves, and Woodrow will point to 5 different books that are pretty thick.
That's quite the feat.
Yeah, I spent some time observing them.
Well, I tell you what, if you'd allow me to peruse your library now and again, I will return the favor once I can decipher mine. And he'll pull a ratty book out of his back pocket. He's obviously been carrying it everywhere with him for the past month. And it's just how to read hieroglyphs. But it's actually written in Arabic. And then there's another book kind of rubber banded to it that's learn Arabic.
That's cool. Yeah, that'd be fine. I'd like to, I am always in search of different things. I think somewhere in here, Enzo, I might have some stuff on some necromancy rituals, but I kind of just haven't read it. It's in with some other shit too.
Oh, you know what? I think I'd be able to find that if I finally get to use the spell that I never get to use. I'm gonna try to use Sealer's Half-Path and find any ghostly residue on any books. See if it's a necromancy book, because why would there be ghostly residue on other books, right?
Sure.
That seems legit to me.
It's either a necromancy book or a fetter, I would think. I have to figure out what I'm rolling
And I think you get a bonus dice because the background says that you get a bonus dice for research purposes. So I guess theoretically you'd get a bonus from that.
Alright, that's cool. I'm just waiting for this one to take a look. Anybody? Oh, never. I got it. Just a little nervous. And I get a bonus die for whatever.
Yeah, for researching. Feels like you're kind of researching right now.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Cool. So yeah, like they said, there's like a smattering of like rituals in my library. So I'm sure there's a necromancy ritual. You can tell the STs that you've used my library to look for a ritual, and then they can probably tell you which one it has in there, or let you get like a pick out of some. But yeah, you find a book. It's got some necromancy residue. I'm like,
Hey,
yeah.
this smells like human skin is found in. Maybe this is something.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I picked that up in Egypt actually, so I don't know.
Maybe it's just like alligator skin or something.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it might have like some necromancy rituals or whatever in there. I'm not really sure. I don't know. But you're free to come over and research or whatever if you want to. My
Got any
place.
scrolls? I remember Uncle had that, like those things that look like a bunch of X's that you put wine bottles in? Full of scrolls. Yeah.
Well, no, I took all my scrolls and I converted them to books.
Oh. All right.
Because scrolls don't last as long as books do, in my opinion.
They don't.
Sure.
That being said, they do look very fancy.
Yeah, sure. But this is my private library, so I'm only impressing like myself and you guys when you occasionally need to pop by.
That's fair. I can see that.
Yes, I don't like slumming it in this
There's
apartment you have here.
You smell like old assholes. I hate you, Enzo. So yeah,
so we'll go and drink 8 more Pepsis out of the mini fridge.
yeah, there's definitely a mini fridge in this room, so you don't have to go anywhere. You just go down and like open up a little mini fridge, and it's filled to the brim with Pepsi.
All right, I'll take out 8 and proceed to drink them in a row.
Okay. So you were gonna say something?
There's been some discussion about these new electronic devices that can hold quite a bit. Those might be beneficial for field work if I could figure out how to use them.
I mean, I could show you how to use a jump drive. He takes one out of his pocket. I got this one, and he puts it on the shelf like it was almost a book. I got this one from Dr. Ekman. It's filled with thaumaturgical rituals of the Tremere.
Interesting.
All of them that were in his repertoire and ones that he had wanted to pick up, he put on that thumb drive and gave them to me by way of not destroying him. So I was like, okay, fine, I won't kill you.
Seems a fair trade.
Yeah. Okay, so like I've mastered lightning enough that I can actually manifest it now, Enzo.
Oh yeah? Show me.
Can we take just a moment? And he'll like put his sunglasses on and hide his eyes.
Enzo will also put on a pair of like Gucci sunglasses, and he'll just open the front of his shirt and jacket. Be like, hit me.
Hit you?
Yeah, shoot you with lightning, you pussy.
All right, sure. Give me 10 dice, Jake.
All right.
Oh, don't cancel out any successes.
Oh, right, because you got that gay thing.
So I got 4 successes. So my hand erupts in lightning. It just like crackles around my fist.
Uh-huh.
And then Woodrow is not actually attempting to like really throw down on you. He's just gonna like put his palm on your chest.
All right.
And then just roll 4 dice of damage.
All right. Is it ag?
No, it's just lethal. You just have 1 lethal. But it is diff 8 to soak.
Okay. I didn't soak it.
Okay.
His sunglasses crackle and shatter. Holy shit, you did learn lightning.
Yeah.
Nice. You owe me $5,000.
Get the fuck out of here. You told me to shock you. Shut up.
Those sunglasses were really expensive. I didn't say to blow my glasses up and shoot lightning at me.
There's only 1 mode in, so I can't just say turn down or whatever. I hit you with as little as I could.
You don't have a dimmer switch?
No, there's no dimmer switch. The next level I'm learning is apparently way more potent. It's really, really strong.
So next time, don't wear your sunglasses, Enzo.
I was just trying to be cool like you.
Oh man, did you have your cell phone on in your pocket? I hope not.
Oh shit! He takes out his fried cell phone and just like turns into dust in his hand. He takes out his secondary cell phone and that is also dust. Oh
shit!
My numbers.
All right, shit. I'm sorry about that.
Fuck! I should have thought about that. He goes and checks his wallet and his money's all like singed. Oh no!
All right. Well, no more experiments with lightning for a while.
Oh, that was enlightening.
Yeah. I wonder if I can recharge car batteries.
That could be entertaining.
Huh. Anyway, do you want to take one of my burners for now?
No, I got it. I'll just look at some.
All right.
I need to use the phone though.
Okay, give him one of my burners.
Alright, he takes his own business card out of his pocket, types his number.
Sure.
Hey, Rocco, yeah. When you're done closing up, come get me at this address. It's like a really shitty, rundown shack.
That's going to be really fucking confusing for him when you say it's a shitty rundown shack.
Yeah, especially since he's Rocco and he just runs the pizza place.
You're going to say shitty rundown shack and he's going to be like, what the fuck is the goddamn mansion?
Enzo's not funny and he thinks he is.
Oh my god. But the other thing I can do with that, and after like Enzo's done, talking to Rocco and presses like the button to stop the conversation, like Woodrow point at the phone and like go bang at it, and it just like shuts off.
That is terribly handy. Is that what stopped the car the other day?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I got a new car out of it.
I'm glad.
And if you'd like to come and visit our new friend, he's conscious about every evening until the 7th, and then I can no longer vouchsafe his conversational skills.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. I know there's some Sabbat around here, so if you ever get around to like torturing him as to a place where I can go fuck them up, like that would be helpful.
Oh, all right. I will start asking questions while I torture him tonight.
Sure.
I always forget that part.
Sabana like the cartel here, like just retarded. Fuck them.
Yeah. They're inconvenient.
To the max.
Yeah, like to the fucking max.
I
don't know. I kind of felt like maybe we should have eaten that guy that Marquise brought.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have noticed the life boom.
Yeah, that's true. And the life boon from Marquez, I feel, is pretty good.
I think so.
It was given away pretty easily. I'm not used to life boons being handed out like parade candy.
Yeah, I thought you had to save his life though. That's why they call it the life boon.
Maybe if he didn't get this guy safely, then he would have died.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm gonna call him my favorite. Tell him to never die.
I mean, I don't...
Oh, hey, speaking of which, if a heartbeat reneges on a boon he owes, what happens?
Well, theoretically, one of the purviews of his position is he can conveniently forget the fact that he owed you, but then we can conveniently come to his house and kick his dick down his throat.
That's true.
So, I mean, it's up to him if he wants to play with fire, I guess, at that point.
Speaking of dick kicking, if he does that, why don't we just take his property?
Yeah, I was going to make him get nude and release you.
Oh, I was going to steal his ghoul.
I don't want anything of his, except maybe that motor speedway, because it's got a lot of cars.
She's dumb as a sack of hammers, but she lights a fire really, really well. So if you hand her a flamethrower and drop her off at the edge of the forest, well, shit happens.
I don't think I've ever heard of any ghoul taking out an entire forest full of werewolves before. But it'd be a good movie.
Sure. I'm sure I could get a bomb made that's full of, like, silver ball bearings.
I think we should just not bother the werewolves.
I think that's
Well,
probably.
that's my plan.
I think Enzo's plan is a good plan until we come up with a solid plan for killing all of them at once.
Yeah, they're not bothering my business like whatsoever. I don't deal with those hicks, so.
Yeah, that's why I live in not that part of the state, so I don't have to fuck with them at all.
Yeah, that's becoming problematic.
Okay, we'll just, like, buy something in my district and I'll give you domain.
I'm working on the buying part. We'll see how this acquisition from Ashford goes. If that happens, then I'll own the house just down the way. We can tear up that god-awful shit-stained carpet and move along with life.
I mean, yeah, but underneath all the carpet is a bunch of markings for infernal shit, so...
That could be studied before they are removed.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I have books here that kind of give me the 911. Woodrow kind of wave it like 3 different books. That kind of tells me some things about summoning and binding and banishing. But from what I can gather, if you don't remove them in a certain fashion, then I think your house is going to be fucked real bad.
411.
What?
411, not 911, you nerd.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean, we could always just burn the house to the ground and start over.
Also, only nerds say 411 anyway, so either way, you're a nerd. With your books.
Yep, I'm a total fucking nerd, so go suck a dick, you prick.
Nope, it doesn't work like that.
What if he double dog dares you?
Alright, hold on. I have to look up dominate. I can't get it to load fast enough, whatever. But, I don't know. I guess, Enzo will just kick you in the shin and activate 5 buttons. And that'll be that.
On Woodrow?
Yeah. 5 bash into the shin.
Oh, well, Woodrow, knowing that Enzo has potence, has a fuckload of dice to not get hit.
What a pussy. Can't even take 5 bashing. You have fortitude. You're a gangrel, for fuck's sake. Don't embarrass yourself.
Sure.
It's that little like Luigi kick from fucking Super Smash Bros.
Oh, you just like a little casual kick to the shin?
Yeah, but with 5 buttons.
Alright, so it's like 5 automatic damage.
Kick.
So I half it after the roll, right?
Yeah, you soak it and then you half whatever you take.
Alright, so roll me 6 dice.
Soak. None of it.
No, ones don't cancel on soak.
Oh, alright, so you soak 1 of it. So you take 2 back.
Alright.
You are somehow more fucked up than me being touched by lightning.
No, you took lethal, I took bashing.
The Reverend is just like thumbing through the Auspex book and trying to get started on the first chapter while these two are kicking each other's shins in.
Alright, Woodrow just kind of like, ugh. I'll rub his shin. He's like, you're such a fucking prick.
Look, he didn't dominate you to make you complete my car.
Woodra's like, I guess you're right. Woodra's gonna put on fucking sunglasses. He's like, I'm just gonna fucking start wearing sunglasses from now on. I'm gonna be the fucking sunglasses crew so I don't have to fucking get dominated by Enzo.
Well, not me, because you fucking broke my sunglasses, you prick. You know what? Give me those.
Nope. He like dodges his head back. He's like, no, fuck you. You don't
Give me
get my
those fucking sunglasses, piece of shit.
Woodrow will do some like parkour and like sit on top of the bookshelf. Fuck you. No, you don't get my fucking sunglasses.
You don't think I can get you on top of that bookshelf, you pussy? He throws the bookshelf across the room.
Don't throw my fucking bookshelves. They're really fucking nice. This is mahogany. Pick up my bookshelf, you piece of shit.
The Reverend's just kind of humming and reading the book.
Pick up your own bookshelf, you ebony prick.
You're such a piece of shit, Enzo.
Stop calling me names, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Woodrow takes up a can of Pepsi and throws it out the window. Go fuck yourself.
Don't disrespect Pepsi like that ever in front of me.
You throw down my bookcase, I throw the Pepsis. And Woodrow go over and start picking up the fucking bookcase. Piece of motherfucking fuck. Slowly walking the bookcase back up into its position.
Enzo will aggressively drink the rest of the Pepsi.
Woodrow will go to the side of the room and he'll press a button, and the intercom comes up and he's like, "Bernard, bring up more Pepsi."
Oh, a challenge?
What?
You want to fucking challenge me to a Pepsi drinking contest? I won't stop.
Bernard, get 4 more servants up here. Bring up a whole fucking crate of Pepsi. It's fine. No,
And
go
ice.
ahead.
I'm not drinking it warm.
Go ahead. No, we'll see how much you can drink.
All right. Well, it'll eventually get to the point where there's just a constant stream of nothing but Pepsi being peed out and like slamming 2 at a time.
The Reverend looks up over his book. You know, you get double points if you pee in the cans.
I'm not fast enough.
Are you peeing on my floor?
I'm out the window.
Okay.
I figure since it's like this big lavish mansion, there's not neighbors immediately within eyesight.
Oh,
so.
there's no. Like the neighbors are like it's pretty far between them.
Yeah.
Though those 2 servants out on the balcony making out might get upset with you.
Yeah.
Well, it's just Pepsi. They're just gonna be amazed.
Yeah, it's pure fucking Pepsi because his body's not breaking any of it down.
It's just like going into a container and then being poured out the window.
That just sounds really painful with the acid and the carbonation and.
Yeah, my like nerves don't work.
Okay.
Eventually, they start bringing fucking Enzo Pepsi in big fucking punch bowls.
Which he uses photons to like slam back with incredible suction.
Yeah, no, that's fine because they're just catching the Pepsi that you piss out there in punch bowls and bringing it back up to you.
He'll just keep doing it until like the sun comes up.
All right, so Enzo's in a never-ending loop of Pepsi. For this scene, Woodrow will take out his book and continue researching his ritual that he's been doing.
Enzo will start one-handing the Pepsi bowls, like slowing down a little bit while thumbing through this other book. So we're all reading, except I'm also pissing Pepsi out a window and drinking bowls.
He's in some endless cycle of drinking Pepsi that he pissed out earlier.
And then it gets run through the ice machine and comes out into these punch bowls.
Yep.
Wow. Just. Wow.
So yeah, we all have some stuff that we have started in here are continuing ritual-wise, and or in the Reverend's case, slowly leafing through the book to gain aspects as an in-clan. While Woodrow and Enzo are working on this being one of the scenes for their free ritual gain. Thanks for watching.